I still give tests and quizzes with a certain amount of points, and I still mark wrong answers wrong and right answers right. But I do not use the traditional percentage scale to tell me what is good and what isn't. Instead, I use a 4-point performance scale. The 4 points are pretty simple. A 4 is an A, or advanced work. A 3 is a B, and it would be the proficient, good enough. A 2 is a C, and that is basic. A 1 would then be a D, and that's below basic. The 4-point scale is meant to give a clear picture of an individual student's performance on an individual skill. The scale shows where a student is and where he can go. It is meant to encourage improvement. If you'll remember the flow chart in the answer to question 1, you will remember that after determining what skills students need, what proficiency looks like, and what assessment tools will be used to assess that, you will know that at that point is where I put in the performance levels. Because not every kid is going to be proficient. So what do skills that are advanced look like? What do skills that are basic look like? Below basic, etc. In the answer to this question, there is a chart that shows a sample of a skill for 20 words, 20 vocabulary words having to do with food. If my students are going to do that lesson, and I know how much time we're going to have and what practice we're going to do, I may look at that specific skill and say, I know that that 18 out of 20 would be proficient, considering all that we're going to do. So I will make 18 out of 20 a 3. I will give that a 3. Now, of course, there are going to be kids that get 20 out of 20. They get 100% right. So that exceeds my expectations, and so getting that will give them a score of 4, or advanced. Now, of course, there's kids who will not be proficient. So what would a basic level be? I may look at what words are similar to the English words, or what words we've had before in something else. And that will help me know what a basic level on that particular skill would look like. And then that number would be level 2. For level 1, I think about what is the bare minimum. What should they be able to do, considering what we've done, to pass? And then that score gets a 1, or a below basic. Now, I don't like 1s, I don't even like 2s, but it is a passing score. You will notice that there are no points below that level 1 cutoff. I do not have time to give good Fs or bad Fs. It is unacceptable for students to settle for a below basic performance. Students, instead of getting an F or a 0 on their paper, will get a not yet. That means that they are required to keep at it and to try it again. A student who doesn't know enough to pass doesn't know enough. So we need to work with him or her to get them up to speed and take the assessment again. One more level that a lot of kids seem to be interested in that is available to them is the A+. This level will show up as a 4.3 in Power School. Students who go above and beyond the advanced level will be able to earn an A+. This is an exciting level because kids usually get to use their creativity and do something individual to show that advanced skill. The scale is determined before the skill is taught, and students know what they are working toward. One of the great things about this scale is that it's flexible. Sometimes snow days slow us down, and we're in a time crunch and we won't have enough time to get to all the practice activities that I thought we would. And so I can lower the scale and lower the expectations a little bit. Sometimes the skill is just tougher than I thought it would be, and I can adjust accordingly. The other way that it can be adjusted is for differences in skills. For example, the sample that is on the website is for vocabulary recognition, matching a Spanish word to a picture. That's pretty easy. But what if they are given the English word and have to spell out the Spanish word from memory? That's a production skill, and it's much tougher. And so I can adjust the scale according to the skill. That's the way life is. We have different expectations according to the skills that we're required to do in our daily lives.